is that the Democrat Party is a KKK that will stop the violence, will stop the lynching. If you refuse to vote for the Republican. And so basically they joined the Democrat Party to save their lives.
So, you have been a Democrat, and are you a Republican for the first time now?
No, I've been a Republican since Reagan.
Okay, good. Now you, and first question, why are you here?
Well, I'm here to encourage people to vote for Donald Trump, to find out the facts about Donald Trump, which you cannot get from the mainstream. They are a part of the Democrat Party. They are serving Hillary Clinton. And so they're not going to tell the truth about Donald Trump. They have painted him as something evil. They take sound bites and things to make him appear something that he's not. But his record, long before he decided to run for president, was that of a very generous man and one who has many black friends, many non-white friends. And it's just, he's a wonderful person.
What is the main reason why are you voting for Mr. Trump? Can you let me know about
I'm voting for Donald Trump because he wants what is best for the American people. And he wants the American people to be able to live the American dream like we once did. And it's no longer available to us. We're taxed to death. The industry has left. We've lost more than 70,000 manufacturing businesses over the past few years. They're taking our jobs to Mexico, taking our jobs to China and other places. And it's making it too hard to make a living in this country.
And you're hoping Donald Trump is going to change that? You are a woman, and he said very offensive things in this tape which came up. I know it's 15 years ago, but he said things like you can grab them by the pussy and stuff like this. So my question is, does these sentences he said, do they offend you? Do you
No, okay. Yes, they offend me as they would if any man, but that is the way men talk amongst themselves. But there are some men who are worse and talk like that in mixed company. And that's very, very common. We live in a time period where there is no politeness. And women have dragged themselves down to such a gutter level that they talk that way and worse. So what he said, as a man to another man in private, so what? I've heard worse from men that I consider to be friends who don't stop and consider that I'm a woman and I don't care to hear that kind of talk.
But don't you think there's a difference between your friends talking like that and a presidential candidate talking like that?
There's a big difference. Someone who is a politician and maybe is the president and talking that way in public, but he was not a presidential candidate at the time that he said that. And he said it in private. It was recorded. There's no comparison.
So you don't care about it?
No, I don't. It's stupid.
Okay.
It's stupid to care about it.
Okay, another question, most of the African Americans are voting for Hillary Clinton, right?
No, that's not true.
Okay.
A large portion of black people are voting for Donald Trump. The rest are not voting. Many of the black people that I've talked to over the past few weeks are not voting. There are a few who are voting for Hillary. but most of them are not voting at all.
Okay, so the African Americans I talk to, they all want to vote for Hillary. Do you sometimes get like reaction from your community that you're a Trump supporter, or how is the reaction in general?
Many of my friends, I have many liberal friends, I have many Republican, conservative friends, and we agree to disagree.
Which is a nice thing because this election has been so unpredictable, right?
Yes, and one of our most generous friends, when I met her, she's a roaring liberal, and she's got these bumper stickers all over her car. And she says, "How do you like my car?" And I just go, I didn't say anything. And we've been such good friends, and we all love each other. We all party together. We have a great time. But they're welcome to vote as they want, and I'm welcome to vote as I want. And they know who I am, and they don't care. They love me anyway.
That is good to hear because a little bit of love in this hateful election is not so bad.
But the hateful part is coming from the Democrat Party. They're the ones. Because the Democrats have so demonized Donald Trump by telling lie after lie after lie, that people have it in their minds that he's just this hateful guy, and he's not.
But I mean, I see a lot of anti-Hillary.
Yes.
So I think.
But
let me tell you something. I've been traveling the country for 6 weeks, and I just have the feeling it's a very divided country.
Well, the reason why you see the stuff about Hillary is because it's true. As you will find out, what she's done to our country, what she's done to children, you'll find that out very soon, hopefully. What she has done she hasn't done anything good.
And there's some women out there who say, "Oh, I'm excited for Hillary because she's a woman. She's going to be the first female president." But that's not how you feel.
That is not why you pick a president. That is asinine. You pick somebody who knows what they're doing and has a heart for this country. She has no heart for anything but her pocketbook and, well, some other things, but we won't go there. It's not a passionate hate like you see directed towards Donald Trump. What it is that we hate what the Clintons have done to this country. There are murders that they have been a part of. I mean, since their days in Arkansas. It's atrocious. It's ungodly. It's from the pit of hell. And we want to see them get their justice.
On the other hand, I mean, the Clinton era was full of success for the economy, right? I mean,
No, not really. Not really. If you examine it, if you look at the administration and the things that happened before he came on the scene, and some of the things that Clinton said, some of the exact same things that Donald Trump said. He got a standing ovation on his stance on immigration, and he was saying the same thing, 20-something years ago, whenever it was, and got a standing ovation. Donald Trump says it, and he's branded a racist. So, people have to wake up and see what is really going on in this country, how the news system is more than tainted. It's on someone's payroll.
I agree. It's a very biased media in this country, but on both sides, I think. Last question.
Okay.
So, the election day is coming up.
Yes.
You're rallying here. What if Trump doesn't win?
Well, if he there's already evidence of election fraud that has been happening over this past few days. It is still likely that Trump will win. I mean, Trump has already won. All you have to do is compare the numbers in the real polls and the number of people who are not voting that are because they don't like either candidate. If all you have to do is take a look at how many people have shown up for Hillary compared to how many have shown up for Donald Trump. And let me tell you, there is no comparison.
Okay, let me understand you right. So if Trump wins, then he wins.
Trump wins, he wins.
And if he's not winning, the election is rigged.
Yes, it is. That's true. It's already rigged. It's already rigged. There's vote flipping. The machines, the voting machines, belong to George Soros, a Nazi war criminal, a Jewish war criminal, because he helped to round up the Jews. And these are the people that Jewish people are voting for. Not all of them, fortunately. But this is the globalist movement that wants to take away American sovereignty.
So if Hillary becomes president, you will not accept her?
No, none of us will.
Well, what are you going to do then?
Well, there are enough of us and we're well enough organized that we can stand up against it. Because the military, all the people that have suffered from the Clinton regime and George Soros and Obama are tired of it. And that includes the military, the police force. Hey, that because the things that they are funding, which is the anti-police, movement, which is costing the lives of police officers. These are people with families, people with children, and they haven't done anything wrong.
So you're saying there's a revolution coming up, or what?
We're in the midst of it now. This is a revolution.
Okay, so if Hillary's
we are
going
the
to
resistance.
win, there's a revolution going on.
Yeah, there is.
Trump says we're going to have a constitutional crisis.
Yes, a constitutional crisis. If Hillary gets in, we will definitely have a huge constitutional crisis because she's going to be indicted, and she's a criminal, and she's going to be going through trials, and how can she rule the country? So she wants to take the country down the drain and destroy it, and we don't want her to.
Okay, I just hope your country stays peaceful.
Thank you. Where are you from?
I'm from Germany. Please don't make like a civil war or something. I don't know.
Well, let us be your inspiration. Brexit was wonderful.
I don't think
it can
so.
happen. It can happen for all of us. No, we need our sovereignty. We need our own culture. We need to not have people just brought into our country that would be better and happier in their own, with safe zones. You watch. I mean, if you want